Alright, welcome back to another walkthrough of Lord of the Rings, War in the North. This is the second video. First off, I apologize for skipping the movie. I completely forgot about doing this walkthrough and I just kind of skipped ahead. Don't worry, it doesn't happen again. Basically, it was just saying what they needed to do, which is to head this way. So, starting out, like I said, I chose the Ranger, mostly because I wanted to focus on one character, and I wanted to pick the Ranger first. I haven't done too much with the Dwarf or the Elf, but I wanted to level up the Ranger completely and then kind of go back and do the same for the others to see the different type of styles they fight with. One thing I suggest again is to level up as soon as you can. Basically, every enemy, of course, gets tougher and tougher, so the quicker you level up, the better. A good way to level up, of course, is to defeat the enemies a certain way. What I usually do is, because it is pretty simple, the combat system, I just kind of do triple strike and then pressing Y doing a ranger strike. But basically here it's pretty simple. It's the beginning part, so the enemies are pretty easy based. I know there was some, well, at least I could say a certain program that does reviews for video games that comes on a network. But some of the reviews, I should say, were upset with this game because of how simple it was, because of the repetitiveness of the button mashing. But for me personally, I actually enjoy it. It doesn't bug me as much, I guess, as maybe it bugs other people. But for me, it was just, it's not a bad thing. The game to me is interesting enough that it keeps it going, and you never really are stagnant. Of course, the graphics help, that they're great to me. At least they look great. And then Lord of the Rings, it's a great story. And this is a kind of the in-between of what happened, the time that Aragorn was waiting for Frodo with the ring, not the wing. So, to me, I actually enjoy it. I know some people might complain. I don't know, what do you think? You can put on the comments, let me know what you think. If you enjoy the repetitive combat system, or if you prefer to get more and more, I guess, you know, the further into the game, the more advanced. Obviously, you changing the system will make it, you know, you could choose to play in normal, hard, or easy. Putting it on hard is going to be very difficult. I've tried it. It's very, very difficult. The enemies they have just constantly come at you, and it seems like they never die. But, you know, some people prefer it. So if that's your thing, definitely. Me personally, like right now, what I'm doing is, and I suggest, is I pretty much break everything, because you pretty much need everything. There's in every box you'll find, when you break, usually there's meat, coins, arrows, and of course those help you a lot. Right now I'm looting everything I can, and later on when I run out of space, that's when I'll get rid of it. There's points in the game where they let you sell or buy even items. So I mean, you can kind of trade what you want. You never have to feel like, oh, I have to leave it here. If I don't leave it here, then, you know, it's gonna fill up, because there are points where you can sell it, or, you know, get rid of it. Of course, using it also helps, which you will use the potion quite a bit. So here I'm going to the treasure chest and looting again, like I said, in this beginning part. This is the best part to loot, because there's not too many enemies. So also, whenever you see these kind of glow in the dark steps that are gonna, once I turn around, there we go. So once you see these kind of steps, you want to follow them. It's an easy loot there. Basically, a ranger kind of leaves you things, and you're able to use them. So it's a pretty easy loot. So far right now, like I said though, I mean, the game, I've just been having a blast. I don't really notice that I'm playing long, and that's why I actually did it this way, which is post of adding the audio, because I don't have enough time, and basically if I was to do it at the same time, I would keep going, and then it'd be a huge mess. So doing it this way lets me, you know, edit it at the time that I need to edit. I'm speeding it up right now because honestly I do this for a long time. So just basically, like I said, mashing and looting. But one thing that I would like to see, oh, actually one thing I haven't tried, I should say, is the multiplayer. So I guess if anybody, that's the next thing I gotta do, is the multiplayer, see how that's like. But what's going to happen right now, basically, is we're going to now get into the next area of the game. Alright, so here we go. So now you're going to see the enemies kind of build up, mostly with these fire arrow shooting goblins. What are they, goblins or I don't know. I don't know if they're orcs or goblins. I guess they're orcs, right? Yeah. So basically the combos, like I said, just doing, triple and then going to Y. You'll see I kind of go crazy on a lot of them where I keep going even though the orc is dead. But one thing that I really was surprised about too is the gameplay as far as the violence, I guess you would say. It was kind of cool when you cut off a orc's head. And so, I mean, like I said, for me, it's a game I truly enjoy, and let me know if that's something you do too, because there's a lot of Lord of the Rings games that have come out, and to me this one, I would say, kind of ranks up there. I personally enjoy Two Towers, but that is based on the movie, so I mean, I don't know, but to me this definitely ranks up there. It's fun. Honestly, I've never played Lord of the Rings online. I don't know what that's like. I'm not really into the PC games like that, like World of Warcraft and all those kind of things. To me, it's just too big and long to try to get into it and continue. And I just never. I mean, now that it's free to play, maybe I'll look into it. But to me, paying money and then not really using it or getting into it, I didn't want to do that. So to me, this though is it's one of the best that I've played. So I don't know really what the critics were talking about. To me, that's what video games are. And honestly, without enemies that you're constantly having to defeat, I mean, it's a boring game. And most games are repetitive. There's no really... I mean, you look at even Modern Warfare and everything like that, you are pushing the same button. And yes, it's different environments it's happening in, and it's different ways, but you're still pushing, right trigger to shoot. So I really don't know, what they were referring to. To me, it's just like any other game. It doesn't get too repetitive. I mean, I think, to me, honestly, especially when they show the clips, sometimes I think, well, they just played like the first half of the game. I mean, they haven't even finished. It gets better because the story and of course, the enemies get way more detailed as far as what they can do. And it's, I don't know, to me, it was a lot of fun. So here, basically, we're going to destroy these enemies here. 1, 2. And like I said, you always want to upgrade as soon as you can. You'll see constantly where I just kind of upgrade. And my controller should be going off any minute now, and I do apologize. I did not really pay attention to the batteries. It's going to happen like 3 or 4 other times, but I did change them, and everything was better then. So yeah, but also what you see there is the elf. What she does is, and it's a great help, is she'll make basically this globe of healing where you run into. And when you're in there, what I've noticed is 2 different things. One, obviously your health goes up, which is great, but arrows can't penetrate it, but the orcs still can. Or the enemy, whatever enemy, it can still penetrate it. So you want to pay attention to your surroundings. If you see them coming, don't think, oh, well, I'm protected by this, because no. They'll still go in there and they'll damage you. So there's my controller needing to reconnect, and I'm reconnected. Sorry about that, guys. So yeah, we're gonna loot this real quick, and we are going to get into the next level where I will be stopping because I'm running out of time, and we'll be doing the walkthrough number 3. Guys, let me know what you think. Let me know what I need to do better, or suggestions. Constructive criticism is greatly appreciated. And don't forget, we're still doing the giveaway. We're almost to the 125 subscribers, so if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe now. Okay, so we have the Zelda or NBA 2K12 giveaway for your system. The Zelda will be the collector's edition. NBA 2K12 will be for the system of your choice, and I'll do my best to get the cover that you'd like. But yeah, thank you very much for watching.